guys, God it's warm here. So welcome back to another Sharpie's Pond World video. So I've just come back from Lanzarote. I've had to just come and check on my babies. You guys have had some hot weather, we've had some hot weather in Lanzarote. If you're into watching family vlogs and stuff, I do have another channel which is just Sharpie's World. All my Lanzarote vlogs are going to go up on there, so go and check them out. There's some aquariums I'm going to put on there and where we've been snorkeling in the sea. So there's a few fish videos, so fish related, but they're all going on my other channel which is just Sharpie's World. I'll put the link in. There's a link in the description anyway, in the box below, and you can go and check out all our Lanzarote family vlogs, and of course days out at the aquarium and down at the beach snorkeling and stuff. Oh, and we did see some koi actually. We went to the Texas Rancho and I managed to get a few shots of the koi, some beautiful koi in there. So anyway, back to this channel and back to the subject at hand. So obviously we've just come back from holiday today. A little bit of a tan, don't see my burnt belly. Because you guys have had the hot weather, look how much my pond's evaporated. It's going down past my plant baskets. See why I need a skimmer. Still clear as anything in there, which is good. But if you'd have seen on my, would have been my last video I think, about planning to leave your fish when you go away, I only had someone to come and feed them sort of every other day, so I think they've only been fed about 5 times while we've been gone at the 10 days. So there's not much waste been going in there, and it's a good thing because I'll show you the nexus. And I've not touched the nexus yet, I'm about to give it its clean now because obviously it's been 10 days. So let's put the light on. That isn't bad. That is not bad at all. I expected it to be a lot worse. Quite bad in there. It definitely needs a clean. It's going to give it a few boils. There's quite a bit of sediment in there as well. Obviously that's what goes back to the pond. So loads of cobwebs in here because no one's been in here. Look at them spiders. So my first job today, I'm doing this before I even unpack. So the missus are going to moan at me in a minute, but this is more important I'm afraid than getting the washing out of the suitcase. Cats missed us. They won't leave me missus aside. Kids have missed going on their games, and our house absolutely stinks. I don't know why. I've had someone who's been here looking after the cat, but yeah, it smells in here a bit. Ring mate, see ya. Right, so job at hand, let's get this nexus cleaned, and I need to water my plants. I've already started doing these around here. Just working my way up the garden, my grass is dying. Right, let's go. Nexus. Yes, there's a lot of crap coming out of there. Don't forget, this time of year I'm normally cleaning my nexus out twice a week, especially once a week. There's 3 full half-hour boils going on, so it's not been done for 10 days. So this is going to be needing a bit of a clean. Look at that. Might be here a while boiling that bad boy. Pond though, it's been fine. I've been checking every single day on my cameras. I knew you guys were going to have some hot weather as well anyway. So I've been making sure that all my water feature, all the aeration was working. I could check on my fish. The only thing I could notice on the cameras was bloody pigeons. The pigeons was having a field day trying to get a drink out of the pond. Because it's been evaporating, they've struggled because they couldn't get down. And it keeps setting off this camera especially, just walking all the way across. 2 or 3 at a time. There's a few, look, pigeon shit, look at that. Bloody pigeons. There's a couple of times I managed to catch them live in the act, so I just press the alarm on, the alarm comes off and scares them away. Luckily no herons. And then the downside is the person that was feeding the fish, because I normally stand here feeding the fish in one area. She was like chucking them there, chucking them there, chucking them there, but can't complain because she was doing it for me as a favour, so. But at least they were fed. Not that they really needed to, but anyway, let's crack on. Right, that's the plants watered. Watered some of the grass. We don't have a hose pipe ban where we are, so I think I'm going to get the sprinkler on. All here, look, is all thick green, because when I do my pond hoovering, this is where I empty the pond water. This is all thick green grass, this is fine. It's just all around the edge. At the bottom there. It's brown as anything. So I've been trying to check on the fish. They're all present and correct, they're all in there. Keeks. Just a bit of a look at Kiki, by the way. So this is the one we did the sedation on and the treatment. Guys, it's healed up perfectly. The ulcer has absolutely gone. Compared to when this video is filmed anyway, it was quite a bit ago. I filmed that video a while back. I think it was actually when we had the last heat wave. But yeah, there's a few sort of dead scales I have to keep picking at. It's healed up an absolute treat, so I'm really pleased with that. But yeah, all the fish, they're all present and correct, they all seem okay. I'm giving them a big feed once I've done the filter cleans, give them some mealworm and treat them a little bit. Yeah, it definitely needs a bit of an EV, you can't really see on camera, there's a lot of fish waste at the bottom there. Probably just as well that I only got them to be fed about 5 times while I was away. This plant's a bit on the piss, and to sort that out. And this one, God, it's like you're in the jungle with that plant. What's happened with that? It's really grown. I'll have to give that a bit of a trim the next few days. So while the Nexus is still on its first boil, I'm just going to try and double check every single fish, make sure there's no other cuts and bruises, anything like that. I've been watching on the cameras, I've not been seeing no chasing or anything, so it should be okay. I'm just going to get the net out now and get all this stuff netted out, all these plants, dead leaves and stuff like that, which is not as bad as I thought it would be, to be honest, but that's because most of it's probably sat on the bottom of the pond. It's not gone green with all this sunshine and hot weather you guys have had. You've got your normal algae on the side, but there's not a lot, there's no string algae or anything like that, it's just your normal ecosystem in a pond, which means your pond is healthy and working. If you don't have that, that's when you normally get your new pond syndrome. A few plants just need cutting away there before them leaves end up dying in the pond. But yeah, we're going to get some mealworm in a bit, get them hand fed again because they've not been done that, so fingers crossed they'll do it, and that's a good way to check on your koi as well. Great way to hand feed, a great way to check on your fish, sorry, when they hand feed. Not coming up to me at the minute, so you're probably thinking, who's this bald-headed git? Yeah, please don't say you forgot me, fish. We'll get you some treats. Right, I'll just go and check on the Nexus and we'll carry on getting the dead stuff out. Treating myself as well, guys. Because I'm a pergola, a bit of a theme going on. I was collecting these, obviously when I went to Mallorca, the Algarve, I went to Albufeira. I do already have a Lanzarote one. I did see more Lanzarote ones, but I didn't want to get another one that said Lanzarote on. So I was trying to find one that said like Canary Islands on or something like that. Because, I mean, no, there's a fish on there, but one of them has got a lizard on. Yeah, the Mallorca one's got the lizard, and so is the Algarve. So, to carry on with the theme, I used to have a Meta one on my filter house that broke, so I think this one, maybe on that, just below the lights, or that side. Well, I'll have to move the thermometer, or I could put it on this bit. Right there? Underneath the light? Yeah, maybe. I quite like it here.
Yeah, let's put there though as well.
I think it'll be...
All weatherproof there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe there. Quite good there. Don't know. Oh, I can smell that clean washing.
Bought some better wash powder.
That's the first thing I'm to do. I came out and sorted the pond. She came and did the washing. Oh, look at him. He won't leave our sight. Oh, bless him. Every year he's like this.
Those cats aren't loyal, but he is, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. I keep chucking in a bit of... I ain't got no mealworm left, guys, either, so I've been doing the shrimp. Trying to get into hand feed so I can proper check them out, but I think they forgot who I am. Got to learn the trust again. Yeah, I can't put it on there because of that. That looks a bit stupid there. Oh, nah. I think one of them two, definitely.
Right, show me again.
Right, this is on drop number 4. Only normally have to do 3, but I think 4 is definitely enough. There's not much coming out now. It's more or less clear again. So I'm just going to leave that for about 5 or 10 minutes and then I'll be fine until Wednesday when I've got to do it again. I'm going to give that a bit of a scrub though, get the airbrush in there, a lot of sediment in there. Of course this is the bit that goes back to the pond, so it's normally quite clear, so we'll give that a clean. But yeah, I think the 4 drops will be alright for today. Obviously with the water evaporation, it's emptied a lot of water. Fish are like wolfing down the shrimp I keep putting in. When you put in like a fingertip bit of shrimp in every now and again, and they're wolfing that down. They're getting a bit skittish though when I come up to the pond, so they've obviously lost my trust while I've not been here. So I'm trying to keep my distance a bit. I can't believe some of them look like they've put on a bit of size while I've been away as well. The pond's absolutely great. Again, the camera probably doesn't do it justice, but how clear it is. Once I get the hoover in there tomorrow as well. Definitely need a skimmer, definitely. Comment below. It's a new day. In fact, it's actually a week later now. Can't believe we've been back off holiday a week. Maintenance time again. I didn't get to hoover last weekend, so I've done it this weekend, so it's all clear at the bottom now. But it wasn't that much. It all cleared through the pumps over this last course of the week. Again, it just accumulates down there. And I think it's just started raining, but it's red hot still. Right, I'm going to go and sort my lizard out. I think this is where it's going to go. There we go. And I've named it Tagizi. A big lizard Tagizi. He's going to watch over the koizi. Hey boys and girls. Say yes, Dad. Sand. Nice bit of decoration. Goes with my little, the sun's shining a bit on there, you can't really see him. That one needs to screw him back in. It's hanging out. Let's get that done while the drill's out. Chopped a few plants back, especially the jungle Amazon rainforest over here. This just gets out of control. Came back and followed it, and all this was covered. So what I've done is just trim that back. I need to do something with that one where it's hanging over. So I need to get my scaffolding board across the pond and get on it and do something with that. Get some of the leaves out and the flowers that's in the water. I'll tell you what though guys, I really love my pond setup. I mean, having an L-shaped pond, it can be quite difficult to get a good flow. Because I've got the nexus there and the way I've angled the outlet, obviously push, you can see more how some water's dropped out while I've been cleaning. You can just see where it pushes the water. Nothing accumulates down here because everything is just being pushed that way. And obviously it's being pushed and it goes round, and obviously my pumps are at the other end. So it is pushing it right down to the pumps. Air stones across the back, water feature in the corner, so there's no dead spot. Any dead spot I've got is where I'm going to put the skimmer. So the skimmer's going to go in that corner, because that's where, as all this pushes round and all the leaves are in there, it pushes the leaves down there anyway, so it's the perfect spot for it. It'll be in the dead spot as well, so that's just going to draw everything in. So even when I feed them, no food comes up here and gets tangled, you know, tangled around the plants and gets left and into the corner and drops. Because of the flow of the water, it keeps pushing it around there. Perfect. Like I say, it can be quite difficult with an L-shaped pond to get a good flow. Helps as well, I've got my box filter where my backy shower is going to go in this, helping out in the corner here. I think that just helps with the extra push. But yeah, chuffed to bits. I did struggle before, before I had the nexus and I had my filter at the far end, it used to just come out in that corner, but there was not enough power to push it all the way around. I mean, you can see how clear this pond is. Look at there, it's the bottom of the pond, guys. Absolutely perfect. People struggle with fines, but yes, I've got fines in the pond, I've said before, but there's nothing I'm going to be bothered about. There's hardly anything in there. You've seen before on past videos when I've got the jug of water in there. There's hardly anything. And for those that's thinking about a nexus, the trick is just keep your flow down. You don't have to have so much flow going. Nexus don't like a lot of flow. It can take a while to mature, fair enough, but in terms of flow, just get your flow down. Mine's on 50%. I think, no, 40% mine's on, is it? I can't even remember now. I think it's actually 50%. No, it is. It's on 40%. So 40%. Look at that. That's still powerful. You don't need it on the full whack at all. The pond's being turned over every 1 to 2 hours, what it should be. And it's crystal, absolutely crystal. I've just had a week of back to normal feeding as well, because obviously it was hardly fed while I was away. Still not accumulated a lot of waste. Anyway, Mrs. is whistling at me. We're going al fresco. She's done with some toasties. I got in here, kid.
Cheese and beans you've got, kid?
Oh, cheers, kid. Cheers, my dog.
No problem.
Right, I'm going to go and scoff this down, guys. Right, guys, sort of losing light a bit now, so that's probably the end of today. Right, I've literally just watched a video from one of the recent videos that Koi Fish Johnny has put out. So if you're not subscribed to Koi Fish Johnny, go and check his channel out. It's a great, funny bloke. He's done some great videos. But the recent video has just put out, he's made a sort of a terrible mistake with his potassium permanganate in terms of overdosing his pond, and he actually lost 15 of his fish. The guy, I mean, he's really gutted. You can see the devastation in his face, just like we all would be if we'd done the same thing. The only way I can console Johnny myself is we've all been there as koi keepers where we've made mistakes. Some are big, some are small. I don't think any of us have really got through a beginner stage without making mistakes. I think it's part and parcel of our hobby, to be honest with you. But like I say, you can see the devastation that it's caused, so I'm really gutted for the guy, and I'm sure everyone else is as well that have watched his video. In terms of putting chemicals in your pond, I mean, it's so hard, especially, I mean, myself, obviously I've got an L-shaped pond, I've got plant shelves, it's so irregular shaped. It's not a complete square with straight sides, and it can be very hard to get those measurements correctly. And it's one of the reasons my light's just come on because my daughter's coming in the garden. It's as well, yeah, so it's very rare that I try and avoid putting chemicals in my pond, to be honest with you. I only do it really as a last resort if it's something that I want to do or need to do. So yeah, so obviously in Johnny's situation, obviously I think he got his grams and his ounces mixed up on his scales, so it's not completely his fault if his scales are obviously playing up. Nice spider there, get rid of that. But yeah, and I mean, Johnny said it himself on his video, it's one of those, if you are measuring out chemicals for your pond and medications and things like that, check, double check, even triple check that you've got it right before you do actually put it in the pond. Hydrogen peroxide, which he had available, which he didn't have enough of available, so there's always hindsight, Johnny, there's always hindsight, mate. Also, Johnny was saying in his video for everyone not to be harsh on him, but like I say, mate, no one's going to be harsh on you at all. No one's going to come on and criticise you. There's no way I'm criticising you now. This is just a little message for the beginners out there that have seen your video and putting chemicals in the pond, just to be careful. So no one's going to criticise you, mate, at all. Like I say, we've all been there, we've all made these mistakes. So just keep your chin up and you'll pull through it, and your pond will pull through it as well. So yes, that's probably it for this week, guys. Like I say, it's getting dark, losing light. My daughter keeps switching on the outside light. So that's it for the pond. Fish are doing alright. Right, so guys, if you like that video, make sure you do give it the thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, everyone is welcome. Oh, that's a bit strange, isn't it? Cheers, ducks. Bye.